Hey there, this is Sue Fellows. If you have stumbled upon this video, it's probably because you wanted to hear my dog bark in the background, or you're thinking about applying to VIPKid, or maybe you're in the process but kind of having some second thoughts, or hey, yeah, just figured you would check this out. Any of those are great reasons to kind of stop. And I'm going to try to make this really short because nobody wants to listen to me blather on and on. But I have been with VIPKid for a while now, and I really enjoy this. There's some really good parts to being a teacher with VIPKid, and there's some that, you could kind of do without. And I know floating around out there are lots of questions, accusations, so to speak, or what have you, kind of different thoughts from different people that you may be talking to. So let me just go through some of the ones that I hear a lot about when people ask me about what this is like and is this a real job? So let me tell you, yes, this is a real job. You work from your home. You can work from your car. You can work from your bathroom. You can work from a closet, upstairs, down in your basement, wherever it is that you have a little bit of room, get a little bit of a background behind you, whether it's something like this that's mounted on the wall, or you're using a clothes rack with a sheet, or a shower curtain behind you. As long as you've got some place that you can put a background, have a reward system showing, have some pretty even lighting, you've got space to do this. It's kind of cool where, you're professional from the top and down. Under the camera, you're in your PJs, you're in your sweatpants, you're in comfortable clothing. Your commute goes from your bed to wherever it is that you set up. That's a pretty good perk. The pay starts out, I believe it's like 16 an hour to 21 or 22 an hour. That again, not bad considering you're not commuting, you're not spending any money on gas. Really, as long as you have a solid Wi-Fi connection, you are good to go. The bad that comes along with earning that money through VIPKid is that you are an independent contractor. This means you are not an employee. You are responsible for your own taxes. You will not get any type of pay stubs. You will not get a letter from the company saying that you've worked here for X amount of years and you make X amount of dollars per month. That you need to keep in mind if you are looking to buy a car or a house or somehow obtain credit. That would be done through your taxes, and that is something that you take up with a qualified CPA. But again, if you are looking to be an employee, have your taxes taken out of you, get the documentation that does not just show up on your yearly tax filings. You need to think about that. Not that it's good, not that it's bad, but if you're not used to it, it can be a little bit tricky and a little bit maddening and confusing at first. So yes, I've heard many times that this is a scam. Well, you know what? If this is a scam, it pays damn well on time every month. You get paid once a month with VIPKid. The money always shows up. It is directly deposited into your bank account. That is it. All right. So that's enough said on that. Now, one of the things when I was looking into this was I threw in my application and I got this email back going, okay, now you need to record a video. And I just kind of looked at it and went, oh, yeah, I'm all set with this. And I put it aside for a while. Then I started thinking about it going, okay, let me look into this a little bit more. So I came to YouTube, which is exactly where you are. And I found all these wonderful videos of teachers going through these slides and the mock classes and the interview. And one of the things that I noticed is that the majority of these people, great dogs, are much younger than I am. They're much cuter than I am. They're really, really blonde, which, okay, I'm kind of blonde. But I didn't fit their demographic. And that was a little intimidating to me because I'm thinking, wow, these are all girls that are, in their 20s. Nobody looked over the age of 30 to me. And most of them looked much younger. They're all about, this big and cute and perky. And I am not. So that was intimidating. However, I decided to keep looking into it and keep researching it. And guess what? Us old folks, we get hired and we get bookings. So if you are more in my demographic than the cute and perky 20-something-year-olds, do not let that stop you. As long as you have your bachelor's degree, as long as you have some type of experience teaching with children, as long as you are a native English speaker, go for it, okay? Yes, the application process is rather daunting. You need to record an introduction. You need to record an interview demo video where you're going to go through, I think it's about 10 slides if I'm remembering right, and you're going to submit that. Then they're going to come back and tell you how much they're going to pay you per class, and then they're going to tell you that you need to do a mock 1 demo. So you again go through, you look at all the videos. If you haven't applied yet, you use a really good mentor's referral code. More on that later, but it's under here, so that they can really help you go through and learn what VIPKid is looking for. You can have 50 years experience, a master's, you can have a PhD in education, but if you're not teaching the way VIPKid wants, they make you do a mock 2, which is another set of demos, or they may just say, thank you, but we're not interested. It's not a reflection of your education or your experience. It's plainly you didn't do something the way they want it to be done. All right? And that's really the big key. Get over yourself, get a great mentor, watch a ton of videos, come to a bunch of our coaching sessions if you're one of my or the admin's referral of a Facebook group I'm a part of, and we really help you get through all of that process and take the intimidation factor down from it. You can think of having to go through and do all these mocks and interviews and demos it's your training ground, because really once you're hired, you kind of get thrown in with the sharks, if you will. Not that that's good, not that it's bad, it just kind of is, but it makes the application process easier to think of. One of the really bad things about being a teacher here, and you will notice this, is we do a lot of what is called TPR, total physical response. You hear it, you see it everywhere, and it bleeds over into your real life. So you really start talking with your hands. Even if you didn't before, you do now, and if you did, wow, is it intensified? Because you're trying to get a response from your student. You also will find yourself at a grocery store and, great job, to kids that you do not know. Your dog goes to the bathroom outside. Great job. You're looking at your own kids going, repeat? No. Yeah, it happens to all of us. It's a running joke. It's when you know you've become a VIPKid teacher is when you're doing this in public to strangers. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Totally. One of the other things that was really, really hard for me to get used to was the hours. You know, you get up really early and you start teaching, because I'm in the East Coast and Beijing is either 11 or 12 hours ahead of us, depending on where in daylight savings times we're on. So I went from being a night owl, going to bed at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, to getting up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to start teaching. The first few months, not gonna lie, I was a total and complete zombie. Very little memory of those days. It's great. However, on Friday and Saturday nights, you are able to teach basically all night. Some people love that. I was getting into the routine of the morning, so I didn't. But it is an option if you are not an early bird and you do not want to be one. Totally get it. But it doesn't disqualify you out from it. Let's see, some of the other good things. Kids. Oh my gosh, the kids. They are wonderful and cute and fun, and some of them are not. But we won't get into all of that. You do teach one-on-one here. You show up on a video screen, the student you're teaching is on a video, it's all one-on-one. I know some of the other companies that I looked into, it was one teacher to 3, 4, 5, or 6 kids. I did not care for that personally as much. Nothing wrong with it. I just really liked the idea of being able to talk with one student at a time. For me, that works out really, really well. Yeah, one of the other bad things, VIPKid has pretty strict policies about getting to class on time and not canceling a class that you booked. And, you know, up front that sounds really, really simple. You know, the being late, I've seen people get docked if they were 4 or 5 seconds late, opening up their camera in a class. It may not be our standards, but coming from their end of it, they're paying us to be there on time. A parent has booked that time slot and paid VIPKid to have a teacher there for 25 minutes. I understand that part of it. And we all strive to be on time so that we do not get what they call a teacher no-show. You are allowed 6 teacher no-shows in 6 months. That's how long the contracts are. If you do not show, you will have money deducted from your pay. No way around that, excuse me. It happens. Nobody likes it, but it is fact. If you are sick, or if there is a family emergency, or if there is a snowstorm, or power outages, earthquakes, whatever, you know, kind of natural disasters happen, you will immediately get docked. You will immediately have a teacher no-show. However, you can send documentation in through email, and they will put things down to either a soft or a medium cancellation, so that if you had 6 classes booked for one day, but you end up in the hospital, or your son ends up in the hospital, or, you know, there's been a snowstorm and you have no power, no internet, no way of connecting, you send them documentation and they reverse part of them, put them down to soft and mediums, you know, and that way there you're not getting your 6 cancellations all in one day. There's a whole lot more that goes into that, but just in a nutshell, it's something that you hear about going into this, and it kind of gets you a little freaked out. However they work with you, they're not just going to say, oh, you've been a teacher with us for, you know, 6 months, 5 months, you're doing great, you're fully booked, but oh, you had to go have your appendix out, so now we're firing you. That does not happen when documentation is sent in. So, you know, that one, kind of take that one off the table. But, you know, this is, again, this is a great, fun little job to do from your home. It pays pretty well. You get your money every month on time, which is, you know, that counts for quite a lot. You know, as long as you meet the minimum requirements and you do the fun stuff, you can get hired and you can have some fun with this too. Would I do it again? Yeah. Am I planning on staying here for a while? Yeah. I enjoy this. If you are thinking about becoming a teacher or applying, and I have not scared you off in any way, I've got a couple of other easy videos on backgrounds, lighting, and the stuff that you need to have when you're doing your initial videos. You can do this really inexpensively. You do not have to spend, you know, a small fortune in order to get hired. If you have not applied yet, or if you've applied but didn't use a referral code, please consider using mine. It is definitely listed below, as is everybody who has a video out there. But I am part of a wonderful Facebook group that is a support group for people going through the application process. And for all the folks who use my code or the code of the admin in the group, and I will put the group URL down too, we really do a lot of extra for our referrals. We have coaching sessions every week. We have a practice session every week. There is, oh my gosh, there's an ebook that has been written from a teacher's perspective, going through the application process. We answer a lot of questions. We really go out of our way to help folks get hired. So, you know, please, again, consider using that. Everything is below. If you have any questions, my email is also listed. Please feel free to drop me an email. So thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye now.